Hello, my lovely students. Good morning. Today I am discussing about the derivation of motion. That is three questions. First is v square is equal to u plus at. Second, s is equal to ut plus half at square. And third is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, where symbols have their usual meanings. These derivations are derived or will be derived mathematically today. Next day, I will derive these three equations graphically. So let us start. V is equal to u plus at. Here meaning of symbol is usual. So v represents final velocity, u represents initial velocity, a represents uniform acceleration, t represents time taken, s represents distance covered in time t or distance travelled in time t. Now the first equation is v is equal to u plus at. Let an object moving along a straight path with uniform acceleration a at t is equal to 0 during initial or before starting or rest. Let the object is at a and its initial velocity is equal to u. Its final velocity becomes v after the time t, and during time t the object covered a distance s. Now we know acceleration means change in velocity divided by time taken. So change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. So start acceleration a is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by t minus 0. Now a is equal to v minus u by t. This is the acceleration. We can use a is equal to v minus u by t to solve the numerical problems, to find the acceleration, uniform acceleration, or here by cross multiplication 1 into v minus u is equal to a multiplied by time t, or v minus u is equal to at, or v is equal to u plus at. The equation is finally derived. This is the first equation of motion. This equation is also known as velocity time relation. Now the second equation is s is equal to ut plus at. Ut plus at, ut plus half at square. Now here we consider average velocity. Average velocity means initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2 gives us average velocity. The average velocity is equal to total distance travelled or total divided by total time taken, or total distance covered or travelled is equal to average velocity multiplied by total time taken. Here distance covered is equal to s, average velocity u plus v by 2, and time taken t. Time taken t, or s is equal to u plus v by 2 whole multiplied by t. From the first equation of motion, we already derived v is equal to u plus at. Now putting the value in v is equal to u plus at in the above equation, the equation becomes s is equal to under bracket u plus under small bracket u plus at big bracket end divided by 2 or whole divided by 2 multiplied by t. Now on solving the equation u or breaking the small bracket u plus at under big bracket divided by 2 into t. Now s is equal to 2u plus at whole divided by 2 and whole multiplied by small t, that is time, or s is equal to 2u by 2 plus at by 2 under bracket big bracket multiplied by t. 2 cancel, we get u plus half at under big bracket multiplied by t. So s is equal to ut plus half a t into t. Finally we obtain s is equal to ut plus half a t square. This is second equation of motion. This equation is also called position time graph. Now the third equation, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Here we consider average velocity, means u plus v by 2, initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2, that is average velocity. The distance travelled or covered by the moving object is equal to average velocity multiplied by time taken, that is t, or s, distance travelled, is equal to u plus v by 2 whole multiplied by t. Here from first equation of motion, we have already derived v is equal to u plus at, or v minus u is equal to at, or v minus u divided by a is equal to t. Now putting the value of t, I replace small t by the v minus u by a. We find v plus u and v minus u divided by 2 into a. Here a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So s is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a. By cross multiplication, 1 into v square minus u square is equal to s into 2a. On solving the equation, we obtain v square minus u square is equal to 2as, or v square is equal to 2as plus u square. Finally, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. The equation is derived. This is the third equation of motion, and this equation is also known as position velocity relation. We will discuss about this derivation graphically in our next class. Now we want to discuss about the circular motion. We know there are various types of motion like straight line motion or rectilinear motion, that is a motion on a straight line road or straight line path. Next motion is circular motion, motion of an object on a circular path, like circle. Path is like a circle, not straight. And uniform circular motion means motion of an object in a circular path or a circular road with uniform speed. Here speed is not changing, so circular motion becomes uniform circular motion. The velocity of the object changes due to continuous change in the direction of motion of the object, but speed is not changing, speed is uniform. So the motion is accelerated without changing its speed, but velocity is always changing in circular motion. Now the second term of the circular motion is centripetal force. Centripetal. Second term is centripetal acceleration. This acceleration is directed towards the center. Direction of acceleration is towards the center of the circular path. The next term is centripetal force. We will discuss about the force in the next chapter. Here centripetal force means force needed to produce circular motion or resulting circular motion towards the center. Other force is centrifugal force. When there is no centripetal force, centrifugal force act on the moving object in a circular path. Object left the circular motion and it goes straight. So centripetal force and centrifugal force do not act at a time. Centripetal force left, then centrifugal force acts. This is the diagram. O is the center of the circular path. OA is radius and AB the line passed through the center and touched the opposite line of the circular path is diameter. Centripetal force towards the center and centrifugal force tangentially object move in a straight line. Time taken is equal to T to complete one round of the circular path. Here V or U is the speed of the object. O the center, AB diameter discussed earlier. This is the example of circular motion: wall clock, table clock. We know now. We come to the circular motion again. Distance covered in one round of the circular path. This is the circumference of circle or circular path. Now the distance of circular path becomes circumference of the circle or circular path, paridhi. So speed or circular motion is equal to distance covered divided by time taken. We consider one round of the circular path. So circular motion u or v is equal to circumference of circular path divided by time taken in one round. So